real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for joining me again on the live stream. Is the dating pool shrinking in the Philippines, or are we chasing the same women? That's the topic today. But let me give a shout out to the NTC crew. Michael Beach of Life, I see you on here. Jacob Tanjay, I see you on here. Shout out to my old heads. There's Elette Makata, Roger Walker, I see y'all. There's a Carnival Cruise Line, he says. Another genius move by the Philippines. Baller dating pool. No. He said the pool doesn't change. The vision and focus does. Any new viewers and subscribers joining me today for the first time, welcome. And anybody joining us on the replay, I really appreciate y'all's support. The peso is 54.75. And before I get started, I want to show y'all something. This is a gift from a young lady. I don't know if y'all can see that. Her name is Elsie. She's a young lady, young Filipina. She's dating one of my friends, Steve. I interviewed him before. And she just drew it, man, and presented it to me yesterday, man. I was shocked. So everybody can see that when they come through. It's a funny Instagram post today by one of the celebrities over here. His name is Louis Manzano. Well, back in the 80s or 70s or 80s, Michael Jackson came over here and took a picture with his mother. And he asked his mother, was Michael Jackson his real father? And I posted it on my community page. Even Michael Jackson knew what was up over here a long time ago, man. He came over here to see what he could get a hold of. What's up, Billy Times? He says, I'm starting to see the original game. What's up, everybody? Hey, thanks, George Winbush. He says, I love your channel, brother. Keep up the good work. Thanks for that super chat, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all support. Also, the audio version of the setup, part 1, 2, and 3, will be finished today. And that'll be available. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my email on my community page. And if you're interested, you just write me, send me a message there, and I'll send you the link and how to purchase it. Anybody that's on my Patreon page, I'm going to put it on there for you at no cost. But it should be finished today. What's up, Jeffrey Canada? There's an old head. But let me start out by saying that the dating pool is robust over here. Okay, there's some outstanding women still searching. The problem is we're chasing the wrong women. I mean, we're chasing the same women, man, and that's lazy dating. It seems like all of us have the same type of preferences, okay? And you say, well, why are you saying that, Cal? Because remember I told y'all that two of my friends, and these are guys I really consider friends, and they're expats over in the Philippines. They broke up with their girlfriends, okay? And almost immediately, the two women have new boyfriends. And I'm like, these guys are grinning from ear to ear. They think they've gotten something fresh, but they really haven't. You know, and I didn't come 8,000 miles to be somebody's rebound. And this is what these guys are. They're certainly rebounds because I know a little bit about the relationships. And I know that these women were crazy about their exes and they were doing everything and anything for them. So I'm like, I don't want that. But these guys that come over. That's being lazy. We're failing to ask the one important question that we need to ask over here, and that's, have you ever dated a foreigner before? Is that hard to do? It's not hard to do. You know, we talk about the dating sites, but I'm gonna tell you something. There's still some outstanding women on those sites, but no one touches them because we're chasing the same women. And then I came up with this topic today because I see two new instances. One of them is a guy who's been on this channel several times. He done broke up with his girl, and she's all on Facebook with a new man. And I'm like, man, what's going on, guys? I mean, the dating pool is robust over here, man. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? Remember I was telling y'all about that 40-year-old government worker that lives around the corner from me, and Marilyn said, hey, she asked me if you had any friends, right? And I was like, no, I'm not touching that. I'm not doing that anymore, right? So right before we came here, we saw her. Oh, man. She's nice looking, man. And she's been consistently alone. She's alone, but she wants somebody. So I said, I think when I go back, I'm going to interview her because she's a really nice lady, got a real pleasant personality, but she's attractive. But she's going to go, nobody's going to touch her because we're chasing the same women. Hey, Mike Alexander, thanks for that super chat. He said, Brother Cal, we love you and we got you. I love you back, man. Okay, Mr. Wait. Okay, wait. I need to answer this guy right here. It's one Mike So Focus says, I need for you to give us some insight on travel affordability on the travel. Well, right now, the tickets aren't back to normal yet. Normally, under normal circumstances, which is certainly not normal, it's cheap to fly here. When I came here in December 5th, 2018, I paid about $600 for a round trip ticket. Okay, and that was in December. But right now, because all the planes aren't back up yet, it looks like somewhere around anywhere from like $1,000 to $1,200. Now, I did see a gentleman who visited the guest house. He's from Denver. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, brother, if you're watching. Corey was his name. He said that he paid $890, but he was coming from Denver for a round trip. But of course, once you get here, you know, the hotels and all of that, man, it just depends on what your taste is. If you're 2-star in America, then you come over here and be 2-star, and that's where you get your savings. That's where it becomes affordable. But if you're 2-star over there and you come over here and make the mistake like I did the first few times, so it's saying, oh, I can go up to this 4-star and 5-star, you're going to be broke. And it's not going to take you long to do it. What's up, Photo Dave Jackson says, hello, Cal. All the best to you and yours. Thank you. Ryan Davis says, Calvin, I finally caught one of your live streams for the first time. Welcome, brother. I appreciate it. He said the next pets are there too. No, we got to come up with another name. These guys are just regular guys, Jacob. They're coming over here like everybody else, looking for something fresh, something new, and they think they've gotten that, but they don't. They're getting, you know, somebody's stale leftovers. And trust me, when I tell you, you don't want to fool with a woman who's already had a foreigner. You know, we just, I don't know, we put them through the ringer, guys. Just let me be nice and say it like that. You know, you don't want to come behind something like that because you're going to be real disappointed. And it's just, you deserve better than that. You're coming over here with a royal flush. You don't want a damn goose. And some of these guys, I've got pictures, man. If y'all don't believe me, I'll show you if you come to my house. And I'll be like, don't do it, guys. There's plenty of women over here. They're searching. You know, you don't even have to force yourself on them. They're searching. They're available, man. But we're in a hurry. Yeah, Derek. He said a lot of us are bragging about leftovers like they are Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, and this is a problem with me because I'm seeing it. Y'all don't know, and it seems to be that you don't care. Now, if you're on 2-week vacation, okay, that's fine. You just want to come over here and slurp up somebody else's semen, basically what you're doing. Okay, and then that's on you. I don't want to do it. Okay, Moments with Mitch said from the East Coast, I'm seeing 1,500 and up. Well, here's the thing, guys. What you have to do is play with your dates. Okay. Also, take it back as far as the site will allow you to. So if it's 2 months, if you can afford to pay 2 months in advance, do that. You're going to get a better price. There's certain days, I believe Thursday is one of the days where international flights are cheaper. But play with those dates, guys. Okay. That's Secret War says Starlux Airlines, guys. He said my taste is simple. Yeah, well, if you keep it simple, you're gonna win over here. Simplicity wins in the Philippines because they live a simple lifestyle. And this is one thing we don't get because we're so flashy and braggadocious, and when we come over here, so we're not able to take advantage of the things we really should be able to take advantage of, like the hotels and Airbnbs. They got some real nice places over here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. I didn't get the gym and the swimming pool, but the hotel that we stayed in Iloilo, it's really nice. You're gonna see it. And I want to thank Eric Terry. He put us up for that one night. I'm gonna put it on there. It's only like a 2-minute video, but you'll see it, man. It's only something like, I think he said he paid $2,500 or something, but it was twice as nice as the 2-star I put with that I paid $2,000 for. And that's why I say it's good to leave reviews. If you've got a review, come on here and tell us about it. If you discovered a nice place, a nice restaurant. See, tonight I'm taking Marilyn to the Runic. It's just like an adult. It's really like they call it a nightclub, but no one's ever there. It's really super nice right up the street, $350 each. She just wants to go. Everything's white. It's right by the ocean. Hey, Kamal, it's a great topic. I've seen passport bros in South America still with 4s and 5, even BBWs. Yeah, this is a trend. We're settling, and we're settling bad. Hey, Laura says, hi, Calvin. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Jacob. Hi, people. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, this is a trend that's going on. And we can't fix this, guys. Trust me. You can talk to you blue in the face about, hey, man, you're the prize, you're the diamond, you're the catch, you got the royal flush. But it doesn't raise their esteem anymore. It doesn't change their preference for women. But I guess we can still keep talking about it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm even seeing them with BBWs over here, believe it or not, in the Philippines. Let's see. Frank Ellis said, what time of the year is the cheapest to travel to the fields? Well, I don't know that. But I know the most expensive usually is somewhere around December because a lot of Filipinos that live overseas and that work overseas, they come home and they buy up those airplane seats, man. And I paid as much as when I was in my stupid days, I paid as much as $3,900 for a round trip trying to come here from in in December. Victor Gillen says, I'm going to backpack for a month looking for a place to stay. Well, you come to the right place in the Philippines. A lot of backpack community. This is one of their places. A lot of places here in St. Carlos City. You can get places in Cebu, all up and down Cebu Island, $250 a night. But you get what you pay for. You're gonna be in those dormitory-like rooms. You got to protect yourself. Man, the weather here is breezy. I don't know what my internet's like. Jacob, what's going on, brother? Jack Wolfinger, what's going on, buddy? He said, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Glad to see you back at the peaceful place. It is a peaceful place. But yeah, guys, you don't want to come over here and be a rebound. Ask that one question that could change everything. One simple question. Have you ever dated a foreign man before? And she says, yeah. I don't care what she looks like. I don't care how nice she is. You got to throw her back, man. I wouldn't do it, man. Because they're giving their all to these men because they thinking, okay, they know he's the catch. They're trying to hold on. Maybe he's my ticket out of here. So, nothing's on the table. Everything goes. So you're coming behind that. If you don't listen to anything else I say, listen to that. You're coming behind that. So imagine you're coming over grinning and smiling and taking pictures, putting them on Facebook. You really look like a fool, what you look like. Yeah, they're bad news, man. I mean, and you say, well, Cal, what about the other way around? What about a foreign man that's been with Filipina? Before. Well, remember, we're the catch. We can afford to do that. And you say, well, it's a double standard. Well, I didn't make the rules. Okay, you're always going to be the catch. And remember, it's always a choice. They're always going to choose you. Okay? So that's the end of that. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you how it is. I didn't make the rules over here. But they would much rather have a foreigner who's never dated a Filipino before. Ask them, they'll tell you. He said $2,500. No, I paid $3,900 before. He said, I'm gonna try Indonesia once. Well, Bali's nice. But most of the places in Southeast Asia, they're discovered. It's that, we can't come over here like we're Christopher Columbus. But I'm going to always choose the Philippines, man. I just am. The Philippines got so much more room to grow. A lot of these places, they don't have any room to grow. And remember, the women are always going to choose you over here. Hey, is this Turk Sizemore? Says, hey, Calvin, I just want to say thank you for giving all the important info with boots on the ground and telling the truth. You're welcome. Yeah, Al, you don't want to deal with women, just deal with foreigners over here. But we do it anyway. I am glad to see that Janessa, John's ex, she's moved on. And, she sent pictures and stuff with her new love. And I'm happy for her. She did it the right way. She didn't jump up and run and jump and get somebody like that. But at the same time, she's been with a foreigner before. I didn't want to go behind John. I'm sorry. That was my buddy, but I wouldn't go behind John. But yeah, she's happy, and I'm glad for her. Robert Dame, what's going on, buddy? He says, if her English is really strong, that should make you think, where did she learn that? Well, I don't know. You might get fooled with that. Depends on what her job is, because a lot of these women over here, they speak better English than we do. They speak the proper English. They call it their King's English because they're call center agents and different things like that. But yeah, that would be right because she's getting practice every day. Al Rogan says 16 hours in the air. I suffered first time business class for me. Yeah, the people who can afford it, they take that business class. And I don't blame them. Okay, Mike Dawsonville says the cheapest time to fly to the Philippines is in September, October, and the beginning of November. Thank you. Okay, says seems like your feed is better in San Carlos than your beach place. Well, it is. Now, I'm on an island that's only 72 kilometers around the whole thing. And I'm happy just to have any type of Wi-Fi. Plus, it's free. It comes with my apartment. So I'm not going to complain. Laura says, I think the better wording is how many foreign men have you dated? It will give maybe like only one as an answer. Now that's a great point because they're going to play the 20 questions with you guys. They're going to ask you everything. If you tell a Filipina that you've been divorced, she's going to ask you what happened. Whose fault was it? Who's got the kids? Why do they got the kids and you don't? They're going to ask you all that stuff, but we won't ask anything. We'll just sit back and literally take them for face value. And you got to stop doing that. A lot of times, and I don't blame the women. I'm not putting anybody down because I know what a lot of these women are trying to do. They're trying to, get a come up. So some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they're literally jumping from bed to bed. And this is how you catch something. Because they're not going to tell you. When you come over here, they're going to be like, oh, we're angels and all of that, right? They're going to act real, really nice. And you're going to fall for it because we all fall for it. Just like I said on my last live stream, they basically won over here because we're too nice. Me and Merle, I'm going to release the video in the morning. Me and Merlin did a video together. And, I just asked her, I said, what is the one thing that you see foreign men doing wrong over here? And the first thing she said is, we're too nice. It said, it's not what they're used to over here. And we trust in the wrong people. Now, this is coming from a Filipino, not from me. Hey, John Sylvester, he said, my wife just got back in the Philippines last night. She paid $3,000 for a round trip from Florida. Wow. Now, when did she go? He said, yes, looks matter. Hey, Cal, thanks for the content. You're an inspiration. Thank you. And you're right. Looks matter. But here's the problem that we don't know what a good-looking Filipino really looks like. We're bringing those European standards over here, guys. You don't know what a good-looking Filipino looks like. Let me tell you that. She looks a whole lot different than a good-looking woman over there, and this is what we're missing. So that's why when you get on these dating sites, because I've tried to help guys that come over here, and I get on the dating sites, I'm saying, let me see the women that you've been talking to, and they're all internet, Instagram models. And I'm like, this is where you're making the mistake. This is all fake. This is all fraud right here. Okay? You don't want a woman that's going to look like that right out of the gate because it's not true. How many transformations you have to see on Facebook before you realize the magic of makeup? But you guys don't know what a good-looking Filipino looks like, so I'll try to educate you on that. But you won't listen. One guy came on here and told you, her or Tio, he said it's a yummy 6. Okay? All the women that you see where guys are really happy and everything is everything, man, They're yummy sixes. They're not tens. Yeah, Magnum John. Yeah, that was my buddy, but I wouldn't want to go behind John. I think John was tooting his own horn, man. Hell, because John was on 9 or 12 medications, and he drank and smoked. I don't know if he was doing all he said he was, but I have to take his word for it. Hey, Tim West said, greetings, Cal and Sunshine Shoulders family. A little late for the live stream, but I made it. Hey, thanks. What's up, Craig Anthony? He says, what's up, my brother? Good to see you still going strong. Yeah, thanks, man. I hope my Wi-Fi holds up because it's breezy, man. Now, here these last few days, it's been like this. This is a good time to be here in the Philippines, especially on Siquijor Island. Harold Wax says, if I'm coming from the East Coast of the United States, should I fly west back toward California, or should I fly east toward Europe to get there? Normally, I'll fly out of Chicago, and then they'll go over Alaska, because you know you watch it on the little screen. They fly over Alaska, then onto either Japan. But that's a good way. You could probably get a better ticket. You could certainly get a direct flight from San Francisco to Manila on Philippine Airlines. He says, I thought they had, one or no boyfriends. Yeah, see, you're smart, man. You've been over here before. You know the language. Wayne Rose says, too many YouTubers telling everybody to come. Yeah, but that's okay because we know that only a fraction of people are going to come. And that's all. Very few people make it over here, man. This is a beast. That plane ride, people ask about, well, how much does it cost? When's the best time to come over? What airline? Knowing they're not going to move off the couch. These are the ones that's never going to do anything. They're not going to come over here. But I got to take one out of the dating book of the Filipina, a page out of her book. She talks to many guys and she tells them all the same thing because she don't know which one is coming. And that's what I have to do. I have to do the same thing. I don't know which ones are coming. So that's what she does. But yeah, we're too nice, she says. I told you the day before I came here, me and my buddy Clint Dow from Vegas, we ate at the Mawani. Well, we're coming out, we're waiting on a tricycle, and I'll be damned if 4 tricycles don't pull up. The first one is the American guy and, his girlfriend, I guess her kids. And then the 3 is the family. They get out taking pictures and, they're all excited because they've, probably never been to a restaurant before. Certainly not a nice one like that. And I said, yeah, they got them one, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying you could see it in his eyes that he was new here. Butcher says, Cal, when was the last time you heard from OG Fred? I haven't heard. I heard from a couple of months ago. He was moving. He was taking care of he got some real estate over in the Philippines. But he told me that he had got tired of the, being online, the internet and YouTube. And I haven't seen him on anybody's channel lately. Because, like I said, if I bring somebody on my channel, trust me, guys, everybody else is going to bring them on their channel. And they wear them out. I mean, and people get tired and they like, because all it takes for a regular person out there is to get one old turned up, twisted comment from one of them sick guys out there. And they'll be like, I'm done with this. I don't have time for this. I didn't ask for this. That's all it takes. But if I brought, like I said, when they see my buddy Calvin Johnson, he's from LA, he was on the meet and greet video. Well, I'd be damned if they didn't. He was 5 people interviewed him, but he's a nice guy, so he was like, okay, I'll do it. But I mean, there's no new information. Yeah, Filipino filter. She said a potato can be contoured into a beauty queen. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Y'all don't know what a good Filipino looks like. You don't know what a good woman, what constitutes a good woman over here. But when people try to tell you, you're not listening. And so you end up, in profiles is blowing up on you. I got a yummy 6, and I'm happy as a lark, man. Because there's so much more improvement there. If she wants to improve to that 10. I'm a 4 on my best day. So I'm coming over here. I know I got the royal flush, so I'm going to go at least 2 steps higher than what I would normally get. And I know it sounds cringy, but this is what the dating scene is like over here, man. It's just what it is what it is. I didn't create the rules. You got to talk like that. You got to think like that. And then how young is too young? Then you get into that. But you have to know what's a good woman over here. Is she somebody that smokes, drinks? Just because she has children doesn't make her a bad woman. But we don't know. We get off the plane, man, marrying women. And I don't understand that. We'll never win that way. You'll never flip the script back because they flip the script. They're in firm control over here. And it's going to take, it may be 1,000 years before we flip that back. I'm through trying because, man, they're firmly in control over here. He said, yeah, I agree. Don't get a woman that's too good looking. An adjustable 7 is ideal. That's what I'm saying. You want a woman that's got a pleasing personality. Okay. She's not ugly, but everybody's not chasing her. Like a lot of these women on these dating sites, the same guys are chasing them. So if you got this beautiful woman, you know that 10 other guys is talking to her. Clint Dow told me, he said he had a beautiful woman. He fell in love with her down in Palawan. And he said her friends were getting in her ear. The guys online were getting in her ear. And her head blew up. And he figured it out. Yeah, the other guys are sending her money. Other guys are talking to her because he's chasing that beauty. Chase the booty. Don't chase the beauty, guys. If you do, you're going to be in trouble. I'm so thankful, man, that I learned that lesson a long time ago. Merlin's just gotten better and better looking, more and more attractive to me because I didn't start at the 10, I mean, if you're going to be over here and when you can see them face to face, yeah, you start at 10 and holler at those people. But when you're online like that, you're chasing the same women, you're being lazy. And then you're saying, well, hell, I'm 66, I'm 30 pounds overweight. And even though I've got the royal flush, you have to be realistic. Because once you get over here, now you got to put up or shut up. Yeah, it's a fact. Now, once you get over here, he says, yeah, 10 will bring too many other men after your woman online. But once you get over here and, you put it down and you showing her, hey, I'm the real deal, you're probably not going to have a problem. But I've seen a couple of guys come over here with some 9s and 10s, man. It didn't work out because when the whole world tells you how beautiful you are, you start believing it. A lot of these women, they've never been told they were beautiful before, but now the whole world is telling you you're beautiful. your head gets big, and now all of a sudden, I don't care what you can, and then what you can offer me, it's not good enough. Now they're looking for the 10. No, Victor Gillens, he said, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. That's a fact, okay? But I don't have a 10 in looks. But she's a 10 to me, because I know better. I know better, especially when you trying to date women online, man. You can't go for the 10 because it's not going to be true. Yes, it's so many, man. And you're going to be so much happier because she's going to be the best thing that you've ever had in your life. All you got to do is stop comparing her to what the other guys got. And just start comparing her to what you had over there. And you're really going to be happy. You'll be like, wow. Marilyn thinks I like giving her a massage because I'm a good guy. No, I like to look at that body that you sculpted together. Because she's transformed herself. This is not the same woman that I was with when I met her 4.5 years ago. She's on a whole other level now. I want a woman that's going to grow. I don't want a woman that, this. I'm going to tell you, most of the guys who are happy over here, and happy is a lark, man. They don't have any complaints. They don't have to worry about the woman running off. They got yummy 6s and 7s. It's better than anything they've ever had. Isn't that the point of you coming over here? Laura says, I think it makes sense for the woman to cast a wide net, take notes, weigh options, and then see who shows up. Well, see, that's absolutely what we need to do too, Laura. This is what I'm telling my viewers and subscribers, to do the same thing, because this is great information. This is the right type of information, but we won't do it. All we do is we catch one woman on there who's willing to do a peekaboo show with us, tell us everything we want to hear, and promise that she's going to be waiting at the airport, and we're locked and loaded. We don't get to see anybody else. We don't get to choose anybody else. And what happens is they get over here and she look like a 10 online, but then over here she's a 3 or 4. And now you see the yummy 6 out there, but you bet not even look at her. Now, this woman's going to cut your damn dick off. But that's what we do. We get locked in. Ask my buddy down in Cebu. I'm not going to tell you his name. But I told him, I said, man, you done locked in too early. Now he's having a ball. He got out of that. He was like, no, I'm sorry, lady. You're not going to lock me in. And you're 4 at the most. An overweight 4. Sweating and trying to do the best you can to lose 1 kilo that you can't lose. And now he's out here and got a Rolodex of beautiful, yummy 6s and 7s. Because if you want the most beautiful women, guess where they are? I'm sorry to tell you, they're at the bar. If you're really into looks, if that's your thing, then that's where you need to go to, because that's where they are. Remember, we had that meet and greet at that Philly sports bar in Cebu over there by Mango Square, right? So we're upstairs. We went there early, like 3 or 4, no, 5. So wasn't nothing going on. So as the night went on, guys was like, man, there's no. I said, what's going on down there? And the guy said, man, ain't nothing but 9s and 10s down there. And I was like, let me see what's going on. So when we left, man, was he telling the truth. These are top of the line beauties in there. So if that's what you want, then that's probably where you're going to go. But if you want the best thing that you've ever had, better than anything over there that a 60-year-old man can even think about having, You come over and get you a yummy 6. She's going to bend over backwards for you. She's going to do everything for you. This is the Filipina story that most of us are telling. Look at the woman. It's not a 10 over here. It's like a yummy 6 or 7. And she doesn't care what you look like. Okay, it's the unspoken agreement, and she's willing to go along with it. Those are the ones you want. You don't want trouble over here. I got it so good, man. I tell you what. And I almost messed it up. Going to sleep at the damn wheel. I'm going to sleep at the wheel, and had to be awakened before I went off the damn cliff. Southern Purchaser, I remember you saying not to choose. Yeah, don't choose what you wouldn't choose back home. We just don't know what a good woman looks like over here. We don't know what constitutes a good woman over here. So we bring those European standards over here to the Philippines, which we're on the other side of the planet. We're in a new hemisphere. Whole different culture. The people don't even look the same over here. But we're trying to stick a square block into a round hole, man. We do it over and over and over. And we end up screwing up, man. We do it over and over and over. He said, hit the like button. Yeah, that's exactly right. The woman that you land with is going to be your greatest expense. Nothing even comes close to that. All we have to do is kind of either say to yourself, well, I'm going to make it worth my while then. Jack Wolfhanger said, the Sunshine Show agreed 100%. My wife is way above my 3 or 4 status. It's true. Yeah, I've met your wife before. You got a beautiful, attractive woman. She's not a 10. She's like a yummy 6 or 7. But that's all we need. I mean, you happy as a lark, man. You're 60. Your wife's 23. You're not going to get anything like her over there. And she loves your dirty drawers. Ain't that the whole point of being over here? You want the same problems over here that you had over there. Cal, seriously, you only give Maryland yummy 6. Your viewers say pin a tuba 8. Well, I'm just telling you what a yummy 6 over here looks like. But remember, maybe her scales went up a little bit because she works out like a beast. I don't know how much more body fat she can lose with it not being unhealthy. But she goes every single day. He says social media has changed women worldwide. It has, but we're behind the social media, brotorious. We're the ones commenting and everything and telling these women. The guy said, we're woman praising. Gil Bellamy says, are they big Shirleys? Yeah. Obesity's on the rise here, but you very seldom will you see. Now, we saw a foreigner with a big Shirley in Dumagetti at the Ocean Jet ticket office. But hell, I think both of them were kind of slow because when she got up there to buy his ticket, she didn't even know. Now, they're married already. She didn't even know his birthday. And I'm just looking at him like, she looks older than him. And I'm like, yeah, everything, something's missing. They got a few screws missing up there. Ragdown Rock said, my son just told me that his boss is in the Philippines getting ready to bring his fiance to the USA. I told him, I hope he's been watching Sunshine Shoulders. Well, it's just, a lot of those relationships, believe it or not, they work over there. Because Filipinos, they have some qualities that I really admire. They're women at the end of the day. But they do have some outstanding qualities, man, that a lot of women over there do not possess. And if you got a good one, she's going to be there. She's not going to run off. But if you bring a 10 over there, one who perceives herself to be a 10, you're in trouble, buddy. Okay? She's going to run off. That's what happened to the guy down in Florida. He come over here and tried to get a 9, an 8, or 9. He's a 2, thinking that the woman really loves him. He went through the whole rigmarole. She ran off. The minute she got here, even before she came to his house, she had ran off. Yeah, she had already ran off. Robert Dame says, I don't see many umbrellas anymore. I guess the Filipino figured it out that we want that sun-swept island girl look. Well, the sun, I was at the gym the other day, and I'm going to tell you, Robert, a lot of times they use those umbrellas for protection, man. The sun over here is just it's brutal at times. We get some good weather right now. Oh, I'm going to tell you something. That is a good question. He said, how much do these girls get for an allowance a month? We've just knocked that. We turned the bucket over, military dog. We screwed that all up. You come over here and give a woman that doesn't even have a job and not even working, if you want to give her $10,000 a month, that's not enough, because you got guys giving $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month to these young women. And it's their money, okay? Now that was probably like a yummy 8, but it damn near drove me over the cliff. And I'm glad that I woke up in the nick of time, because it wasn't a good connection, man. The good connection I've got is in there. The best I've ever had. Frank L says, I don't want a woman under 24. It's all about maturity in my book. Well, that's what the Filipino guy, my buddy, told me, John. He said, he just threw the number out there to me. I couldn't believe it. I never heard anybody say it before. He saw the foreigner with the young woman. He said, she's too young for him. He didn't like it. I said, well, he said, yeah, he said 23 to 30. Oh, come on, man. If you got to ask me this question, Isaiah, don't come over here. He says, Cal, what's the difference of going behind a Filipino who had children with a Filipino man, and going behind a foreigner she dated? Didn't you say the men mentioned foreigners are getting left over? Yeah. Well, they look at it like that. They don't really say it, but I would rather go behind a Filipino man, okay, than a foreigner, okay? Trust me, all right, on this one. Because they're not going to ask a woman to do a tiny percentage of the things we're going to ask them to do. Okay, they're just not going to do it. Okay, they're not into the same things we're into. Listen, we turn these women out, period. Okay, period. Okay, I don't care what you say. So I would rather inherit a traditional woman from a traditional man, because that's what it is over here. Missionary position every night, whenever they do it, because they don't do it half as much as we do it. You're talking about 2 times a week or something like that. Okay, they're not doing all that crazy stuff we do. It's a totally different culture. But if you don't think it's a difference, then wait until you come over here and go behind a woman. Remember, the Filipino man hasn't taken her to Boracay. He's not coming 8,000 miles away. You are. So you coming over here and you take her to Boracay, and she says, oh, let's go to the place up the street, where John took me before. Or you take her somewhere, you think you're really doing something, you break out the wallet and everything. She's like, oh, I've been here before. Chuck took me here last year. You don't want that, man. You don't want that. And this is a fact right here. This is a fact right here. This is why you see, Janessa, she went to another foreigner. The women who were with my um, friends, they went to other foreigners because we raised the bar so high, man. They're not going back. We show them a lifestyle that they've never even dreamed about living. We make them we make them into somebody different without even bringing them home. You can westernize a woman without ever bringing her to the United States. Okay, he says, my question was, do they have T-Mobile phone service there? No. Now, if you come over here, the best thing for you to do is, if you have an unlocked phone, just buy a Filipino SIM card. And if your phone is locked where you got a plan over there with T-Mobile, then just use it for internet and buy you a cheap phone over here. If you're going to make calls, which I don't know why you're going to make calls, your woman's going to be with you 24/7. Who you going to call? Ghostbusters? I don't know who you're going to call. But you can use the Wi-Fi. He said, go back to the days when we had pages. But see, I get it why men go on a dating site. They say, yeah, you don't want to come all the way over 8,000 miles. And then most of us, we're just not used to hollering at women on the street, especially over here, because you don't know what to do. You can't holler at a woman over here the way you holler over, hey, baby, you're looking good today, come on over here. And no, you're going to run away from that. You don't know what to do. You're in a whole different culture. So, and then you don't know which ones date foreigners and which ones don't. The ones on the dating site, they're telling you, okay, I'll date a foreigner. It's like having a flashing red light on their head, right? And okay, she's going to date me. Over here, if you're not afraid, okay, just like the young lady that drew this, Steve didn't meet her online. He met her on the ferry. But see, Steve's like that. He's not afraid to talk to women. He just struck up a conversation with her. And the rest is history. She's talented. He said, Chuck took me here last week. Yeah, man, we're our worst enemy. We need to just throw the pick away. Oh, you talking about Rodney? He said, Calvin, how's the older gentleman you used to walk with every day in San Carlos that's married to the young Filipino? Well, they're not married yet. But they're a couple that they live together. Rodney's doing okay. I just haven't been there enough to walk with him anymore. Fresh Aloha says, Brother Cal, love your channel. You're right. I'll be there in August, but I'm going to take it one day at a time when I get my boots on the ground. Women are a damn a dozen, so I'm going to take your advice. Good women, man. Let me go back and say this. The dating pool is robust over here. It's just that we're going after the same women. We're being too lazy. I was cold on the lady around the corner from me. She actually doesn't live around the corner. She lives across that field from me. Got her own place and everything. And Marilyn said, hey, the government work over there. She asked, do you have any friends? And I'm like, I'm dealing with that. Without sight unseen, I didn't see her. But then the other day, we're coming back from the gym, and there she is. And I'm like, wow, she's nice looking, But it just goes to show you that there's a lot of nice looking women out here still searching. No one ever hits their profile or anything, their notification bell, because you're chasing the same women. If you say a woman's 40 years old, y'all think that's old. That's not old, man. You're 60. Trust me, a 40-year-old woman is not old. Yeah, he can call ghosts, but yeah, because I'm like, well, who you gonna call over here? Your woman's not going anywhere, so you better make sure you got the right one when you get over here. Because if you pick a 3, you're gonna be stuck with her for your 2-week vacation. You're just gonna be sick. Walk says, how would we keep it simple so where we don't westernize her, but still want to show appreciation that we care and we're supportive? That's a good question. Just be yourself. We go overboard. We overspend. These are guys are coming over here. They're bringing iPhones over here, brand new iPhones over here to a woman who never had anything over a 4G phone. I mean, a lot of the women, they're buying their phones on installment over here. I mean, a 10,000 peso phone that the installer, the seller is paying 6,000 for it. They're paying 10,000 for it. We're bringing phones over here that cost more than their houses. You keep it simple. Remember, I was giving you some tips on how to reduce your spending over here. Let her go to the okay place. I walk. Don't take her to the mall, because all that stuff you buy at the mall, she's not even gonna wear it. Put on an allowance, because she's really looking for your character for real. And then as your relationship develops, then you start upping the ante then, when you know you can trust her, when you know she's not running off, when you know she's not scamming you. You just do it. You just use your common sense. But we come over here buying houses and lots. We with a woman 6 months and buy a house and lot. Are you crazy? I mean, I don't care what she's doing. She's not doing all of that. Oh, yeah. You might want to call the U.S. Well, what I would do in that situation, Joe, is this. I've got what's called Talk 360. It's an app you can download. And I mean, the rates are so low. You can call internationally. You can call everywhere. I used to call. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you the last phone call I made using Talk 360. And I'm going to show you how much it cost me. Okay. All right. Now, here was a 4-minute and 40-second call. It was 25 cents US. Okay, let me get a good one. 5-minute and 48-second call was 29 cents. I'm trying to see. 13-minute call to the United States. 13 minutes and 14 seconds, 61 cents. And it's called Talk 360. Right there. Talk 360. Download that, man. You'll be happy with that. Yeah, this is a great idea. He said, click the like button, guys. Yeah. Well, see, I was asking Marilyn that. It's really something simple. They don't even do that, man. Over here, Filipinos, they go straight for the number. They don't even do it. There's no pickup lines like, what's your number? That's what they do. But Marilyn said the best way is to find something you have in common with the girl. Say, for instance, we were at the bus terminal and I saw the Filipino man sitting next to the Filipino woman. They wasn't saying anything. I said, Marilyn, if he wanted to talk to her, what would he say to her? She said he would say something like, where are you heading? Right? And she might say Cebu. And you're like, oh yeah, well, I live in Cebu too. Where you live? You just start the conversation that way. But the Filipino man, he goes straight for the number. I've seen it. I've seen them do it with women I'm with. They just go straight for the number. There is no pickup line. And then they've got something over here, man. Y'all wouldn't believe it. They call text mates. Now, what happened, okay, one of Marilyn's best friends, she's a police woman. Outstanding woman, man. Her husband's in the Army. Guess how they've been married, I think, for 17 or 18 years. Guess how they met? They were text mates. One of his buddies in the Army gave uh, the woman's number to him, and they just start texting each other. Never seen each other before at all. They did that for about a year, then they finally met. They got married, and they've been together ever since. That's how simple it is over here. But we bring all that fancy stuff over here. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they have an international plan. Yeah, but it's still going to be expensive. Anything more than anything you could pay over here. He said, "Who drew the portrait of you, Cal? Looks really good." Young lady named Elsie. Steve. I interviewed Steve here in Sikihor. He's here now. It's his girlfriend. They met. They met on the ferry. He was going back to Cebu. Yeah, see, this is perfect right here. And I said this on my last live stream. It's okay, guys, to pay for something over there before you come over here, man, because the thirstier you are, man, the worse off you're going to be over here. The women just look too appetizing. You're not going to be able to, you're just not going to be able to fight that off. A yummy six over here is better than anything you ever had over there. Then she's going to be half your age, and, she's going to do anything you ask her to do. You're not going to be able to fight that off. And that's the end of you. This is how they get us. See, they've already figured us out. They know we're thirsty over here. The secret's out there, guys. You can't uncover it anymore. The only way you're going to beat that is to somehow disrupt that script that they've got on us. And it says, yeah, okay, you want me to meet you at the airport in the hotel? Okay, I'm going to do it because I know what you want. They know what you want. Ask the Filipino if they're honest. What does foreign men want? It's a sex. They're going to tell you. And they're willing to give that. They're like, okay, I got to give it anyway. I might as well, if it's going to be my ticket out of here or my ticket to a better life, why not? And then it makes it even better if they like you. That's even better. If there's some kind of spark there already, but they've already figured us out. The cat's out of the bag, man. They flipped that script good. We're going to lose, guys, because we're hungry. We're thirsty, man, and they know what to do for that. And that's why they're firmly in control now. We're forgetting the fact that we have something that they want too. They put the focus all on themselves. And I blame the dating sites too. They're brilliant. They made it look like the woman is the catch. You're the catch. You're coming all the way over here, man. Imagine if somebody comes all the way over here. Have you ever made that trip to the Philippines before from the United States, guys? It's a long, long way. And it's expensive. It's time consuming. It's a brutal trip. Okay, now see, this is what makes them think that they're the prize. But you got to flip it around and say, no, I came over here because I'm the prize. You invited me over here. I'm the prize because I can afford to come over here. I can come here. You can't come there. How many, raise your hand if a woman from the Philippines ever got on a plane and came to see your dusty ass over there in America? It's never happened. And you say, oh, yeah, it happened to me. One time out of a million doesn't mean it happened. I can say it never happened. Hey, what's up, Vincent? What's going on, brother? Thanks, man. Long-time supporter. Yeah, just because, Filipinos are getting on a plane coming to see you. We're paying for everything. We're paying for the airline ticket. Okay, we're already sending money over here. Okay, don't lie, you're doing it. You're sending money first. You buying the plane ticket to come over here, Airbnb, the hotel, the dinner, the food. We go to the resort, whatever it is, the lollipops. You buying it. So what makes you think that she's the prize? You're the damn prize. If you're not here, there is no party. I told you about the guy at the Malwani. He had about 20 people. If he doesn't show up, they're still over there trying to get a damn signal in the damn province somewhere. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just telling you the truth. What's really going on, guys? We got to get our heads on our shoulders. Put your damn head back on your damn shoulders and realize that you really are the prize over here. I know you look in the mirror and you say, oh, look at me. I'm a 3 at the best on my best day. It doesn't matter. Over here, trust me, you're a 10. Carl Butt said, Calvin, really some experts are giving Philippines iPhone and 20,000 pesos per week and month. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. New motorcycles, everything. Why would you think I would lie about something like that? All you got to do is come over here. You'll see it yourself. Cars, the whole 9 yards, man. We spend more money over here. And I challenge anybody to make me a liar. There's more money. Foreigners spend more money in the Philippines than they do anywhere else. Filipinos come from as far back as anybody I know to reach the top. And they reach the top. It's become a consistent basis now. It's on a consistent basis now. Because we don't understand the peso economy. We don't understand the peso. We don't understand the value of our dollar over here. We think it's the same as it is at home. It's not. It's a whole lot more here. You say, oh, 50,000. The guy said it the other day. Oh, that $1,000. No, I said 50,000. He said 50,000 pesos. That's only $1,000. Dude, it's 50,000 pesos. It's not $1,000 over here. It's 50,000 pesos. And you're talking about a woman who's normally earning anywhere between 4,000 and 8,000 pesos every month. And you just give her 50,000? He was giving the dude I was telling you about, he was giving the lady 40,000. He was giving her 10,000 per week, 40,000 per month. It's a lot of damn money over here. It's not, oh, it's only $800. No, it's 40,000 pesos, man. Now, he said he promised his girl. Now, did you do it or you promised her? Because we can change them before they ever leave the Philippines. And this is what guys get mixed up. They think you got to take them home to westernize them and spoil them and mess them up. No, you can do it over here. Yeah, double wides. He said, Calvin, can you explain too much XPay giveaway? Please share the dollar amount. The easiest way I can tell you is to do this. Okay. Now this isn't talking about, that's why I was talking with Clint Dow. I was telling him, because he asked me the same thing. He said, explain that to me again. Okay. I'm not talking about when you spend money. I'm talking about when you give a lady money or you give chips or you give gifts. Okay. You have to do the $1 to 1 peso thing. Okay. So if I give somebody 100 pesos over here, it's like me giving somebody $100 in America. Don't go with the exchange rate. Don't go, no, it's more than that. No. The degree of difficulty in just the average Filipino coming up with 100 pesos is the same degree of difficulty as it takes somebody over there in America to come up with $100. It's fairly easy, right? I can borrow $100 from somebody in America. It's like, it's no big deal. So that's how you look at it. That's how you know if you're giving away too much money or not. So if you give 1,000 peso tip, it's like you giving $1,000 tip away at the restaurant in America. So if you say, well, a million pesos is only $17,000. No. If you come over here and you spend a million pesos on a woman, it's like you spending $1 million on a woman over there. And once you get that in your mind, you're going to be okay. You're going to stop spending so much money. It's the clearest way I can explain it. We're talking about the degree of difficulty. We're talking about the value of your dollar over here, not the exchange rate. See, and this is what messes us up. Stay out of your head. Get off that exchange rate. This is what messes us up. Oh, it's only $1,000. It's only $800. No, it's 50,000 pesos. That's what it is over here. And then you look at somebody's salary, then you can understand the value. It's not dollars. They don't accept dollars over here. When you go to the restaurant, when you get into the taxi, when you go to the hotel, you got to pay them in pesos. They don't accept dollars. Okay? He said he's a Sigma. He don't get thirsty. Yeah. How long did that take? Okay. Yeah, he said, you come all the way over from the U.S. for me, I'm special. No, you say, the fact that I'm coming over here, I'm coming all the way over here to see you means I'm special. Okay. Now, reward me. Yeah, lollipop. You're going to pay for everything. He said, don't look in the mirror. You're going to pay for everything. And after a while, that'll get old if you don't get a hold on to it quick. Well, if you're only going to be here 2 weeks, I get it. Oh, it's no big deal. But if you're going to be an expat over here and you paying for every damn thing, you better make sure that you're with the woman and the situation that you want to be with. Yeah, he said there's 5 months' wage. Yeah, it's a lot. And remember, she doesn't have to work for it. So it's a real big difference. Do you know what if you got a 10,000 peso per month job over here, they working you like a Hebrew slave. You getting up at 4 o'clock to make it to an 8 o'clock job. Because you way out in the province, you got to catch 2 or 3 jeepneys to get there. And then you're coming back, it's the same thing. You're on your feet all day. You may get a 20-minute lunch break. Okay, your pay is probably going to be late. When you go to stick your ATM card in there on the 5th, it's not going to be there. Okay, you're going through all of this for 10,000. Then some man just shows up and gives you 10,000 pesos for nothing. Yeah, this is what has messed up the game, because when people like me try to explain it to you, you won't listen. You keep bringing that same thinking over there. It's different over here, guys. It's not the same. You're not at home anymore. It doesn't work that way. I had Marilyn tell y'all, because y'all don't listen to me. I said, Marilyn, it's 10,000 pesos at one time a lot of money to the average person over here? Marilyn said it, not me. She said that's a lot of money. She said most people she know, they never have 10,000 in their hand at one time. Even if they get it, they got to spend it. It's going for rent, food, transportation, school supplies. They never just have it to hold there in their hand. That's a tremendous amount of money over here. But y'all coming over here giving millions. Hey, Robert Dame, thanks for that super chase at Talk 360. Calvin dropping gems again, boots on the ground. Yeah, that's one that I ran up on because my soon-to-be ex-wife wouldn't renew my Magic Jack. So I'm furiously looking through the internet trying to find something to make these international calls back, because the insurance companies I deal with are all in America. My banks are in America. And I ran up on this Talk 360, Robert, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's actually less than a Magic Jack because I put $20 on this thing and talk all year. Yeah, but this is you don't want to do this, Frank. This is what messes us up. This is what makes you spend more because you say, oh, it's only $184. No, it's not. It's 10,000 pesos. And they got to jump through a hoop to get that. They got to turn flips, run around the block several times just for that 10,000. But you come over and say, oh, boom, it's only 184. It's a big deal. Yeah, it's a real big deal. It's a big, big deal, especially when you go through what they go through. Look, I've been with women over here, man. They work so hard that they drop from exhaustion. This is a fact. This is a true story. The young lady got up to go to work. She was working from 7 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. Now, remember, she got to wait for her brother to come and get on the motorcycle to take her home. So she get home at 11. She's doing that every single day, 7 days a week, no off days. She woke up one day, went to stand up and collapsed. And her mother made her quit the job. This is what is going on in a lot of cases with the women that we're dating, guys. Not all the women here. The women we're dating, though. See? So when you come over here, you send over here, like the guy who gave the woman 20 million pesos. It's like, you need to be in an insane asylum over there. Yeah. And you never even touched the woman, never seen her, never smelled her, never tasted her, never did anything. Gave her 20 million pesos. Every single day he's sending her money. Every single day. This woman's just sitting back like, this is the reason we have the reputation we have. They put us all in one bucket. We're all fools like that. If one of us will do it, we'll all do it. All you got to do is to say no. Hey, thanks, Cedric Giles, for the super chat. He said, Robert Dame, hurry up and get to the Philippines because you're the new John. Okay, Sammy Davis says, yeah, you're right. As long as you got Wi-Fi, that's what I'm saying, Sammy. Use the Wi-Fi. Don't make no calls. It could cost you, though, guys, okay? Yeah, it's really true about the money message, guys. If that one peso to $1, when you're giving away money, you're going to save a lot of money because then you're going to know what the value is. We're talking about the degree of difficulty. How hard would it be for you to go out there and just get $1,000? You probably couldn't ask a lot of your friends and family to give you that. But 100, yeah. So it's the same thing. If you give somebody 1,000, why do you think I came up with 1,000 peso giveaway? I wanted something that the people would appreciate. But they would know. See, to me, when I started it, I looked at it like, oh, okay, that's only $19 or whatever it is, right? But as I've grown over here and my knowledge has increased, I know that 1,000 pesos is not $20. It's 1,000 pesos. That's a lot of money. They have to work a long week for that. So I give them that, and they're happy. I mean, really, I've had people cry. I've had people, think that it was the answer to their prayers. Just 1,000. No. My soon-to-be ex-wife. I was married when I came here, guys. I've got a lot of new viewers they don't know. I came over here with my wife and son. I met a Filipina in 2010. In 2014, 4 years later, I brought her and my son over to America. And we stayed there for 4.5 years. We came back here. And that's when we really didn't have a problem. She just wanted to go back to America, and I didn't. Well, I can't be two places at once. I'm not even mad at her. Okay. I'm not even mad at her. I was at first, but I'm not mad at her. But this is where things go left because I got married in America. So if things did go wrong, you could divorce me and be done with it, but she won't do it. So I don't know what that's all about. So now I'm going to have to fly all the way over there, hire a lawyer, do all of that because she won't do it. It's been almost 4 years since I've seen her. I haven't seen her. I haven't put my eyes on her in 4 years. Not over the, internet, nothing. The last time I saw her was I was leaving. She was leaving to come back to America, and I was leaving to come back to St. Carlos City from the lockdown. Carl busted Calvin 20 million pesos is hard to believe. Well, I'm sorry, but it's true. I got proof. He sent me every page that he sent. He said, this isn't all there, Calvin, because some of the money I went physically to the MoneyGram place. He just showed me the money he sent online. And I was like, wow. Yeah, he needed more. So if her neighbor or her sister or her cousin, whoever it is, wants to date a foreigner, they're going to expect that out of them. Or something close. They were like, I want that too. You mean, is that why? This is the reason why a lot of Filipinos who didn't date foreigners before wouldn't give us the second look, have all of a sudden decided, and the pandemic had a lot to do with that too. The pandemic put a whooping on people around the world, especially here. The lockdown, one of the strictest lockdowns on the planet. So now the women's like, I ain't gonna date a foreigner. Now all of a sudden they see all the money getting sent over here. They say, okay, I may have to rethink this. 20 million. Yeah. He said that's the spending mindset that New York is using, messed up the Dominican Republic. I'm going to tell you something, man. The Philippines is always going to be my choice, but it's not the same when it comes to dating. That's why I tell you, don't make the woman your number one priority when you come here to retire or go vacation, man. This is a beautiful country, man. So much to see because the dating game has really been screwed up. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Women over here, the dating pool is robust, but you got to go through so much bullshit before you can find a good one. It's already messed up. I told you that a long time ago. So that means it was messed up long before I told you. It's really messed up. We put too much money into it. I mean, it's just going to never be the same. The woman from the province expects, you to do certain things now. But this is literally everybody now, Rod, over here is playing the fool. When you come over here, you want to date, you're going to play the fool. Until you put your foot down, until you practice some common sense. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to take advantage of anybody. You're still going to give the woman a life she never dreamed about, okay? All you have to do, you got two choices. One is to build the life around the woman, or two, build the life around yourself. That's the only two choices you got over here. So if you build the life around yourself, you're going to come out much, much better. So then if something goes wrong, okay, well, she's gone, but the life remains. When you come over here and you building a life around her, you're giving all this money, you're buying everything for her, you're doing everything for her, you're not doing anything for yourself. Then when she leaves, she takes everything with her. I mean, how simple is that? You guys have retired from the military, you got college degrees, you worked 40 years at the post office, you did all kind of stuff. But when you come over here, you act like you're stupid, like you don't have any common sense. Stop building a life around these women over here. Build it around yourself if you're going to do that. Bring her along for the ride. You think she don't like, that's a hell of a ride. Man, That's a hell of a ride. You're going to give up, if you just take care of yourself and bring her along for the ride, you're going to give her more than she even bargained for. You're going to give her more than she ever even, you're going to take her dreams to a whole other level. Merlin's living on my dreams now because her dreams is way down here. My dreams is way up there and still soaring. So you don't think she appreciates the ride she's on? He said the same men that give away all that money are the same men that complain about women in the U.S. It's not the women, it's the foolish way some men handle relationships. That's it. You can't blame it on the women over here. We're our worst enemy. I made a whole video that say, well, you're worrying about this, you're worrying about that. You're the worst. Your worst enemy is looking at you in the mirror because you're thinking that, I can just come over here and do the same thing I did at home. Or what works at home is going to work over here. It's not going to do it. Oh my God. Well, you go broke even faster. Military Dog says, what about the guys who let the Filipino control the couple's finances? No. Look, man, I tried that. Okay, I tried that before. I'm lucky I'm still sitting here. Okay, you're going to give a woman, okay, let's say $100,000. Let's say if you're earning $2,000 a month. So now with the exchange rate being 55, you're going to give a woman 110,000 pesos per month to manage, and she's only used to managing 10,000. Okay, that's going to be like you're earning $10,000 a month on your job, and then all of a sudden you come in one day and they give you a raise to $110,000 per month. You're going to buy all kind of stupid stuff. You're going to take trips you normally wouldn't buy. You're not going to save that $100,000. You're going to spend it more than likely, and that's what they're going to do. Because I tried it. I said, well, hell, I'm smart. We'll just live like, if I give her the money, then we'll live like Filipinos. No, we'll live like Americans in the Philippines because now she's spending money like crazy. If the money's not there, they can't spend it. If it's there, they're going to spend it. It's no different than when you're at home. We're still on planet Earth. It's no different. We seem to think it's different. What you do is you manage the money. You dish it out to her to spend. Okay, here, this is for our food. And go get the food. Go to the market, wherever you do, like you normally do. But I'm not going to give it all to you. When the electric bill, I say, well, what's the electric bill? Oh, it's $4,363. I give her $4,363. Okay. But I don't give them all the money and let them pay because, first of all, the bills are never going to get paid. They wait to the last minute. Remember, I talk about cultural differences that you guys think is no big deal. It's going to drive your ass crazy when you get over here. The procrastination alone will make you get on the plane and go back home. You got to start trying to learn how to really adjust and adapt and assimilate into this society. You can't remain the same and be happy over here. I mean, they went to the last minute to do everything. And it drives me crazy because I'm like, nah. Fresh Lord said, Brother Cal, when's your meet and greet in August? I'll definitely be there. I want to meet other wonderful expats in the great book, Arthur Cal. Hey, thanks, man. Well, we did the guy he's getting the place. I want to say it's August 24th because August 26th because in August the 30th in Cagayan de Oro is when their fiesta starts. If you've never been over here and went to a fiesta, guys, you have to do that. So whenever you decide to come, ask your girlfriend or whoever you're talking to, are there any fiestas around? This is what you want. You want to experience that. You want to experience stuff like that. Clint Dow, that's my buddy right here. He came to see me. He's from Vegas. He's a good guy. Very generous guy. He's just like I was when I first started coming over here. gives away a lot of money to the street kids and different things like that. He said, I did the simp thing, no more. Yeah, you got to learn from your mistakes. But the big thing that I try to say is, don't overspend. That's all I'm saying. Just be yourself over here. And if you can do that, well, no, I'm not broke, but I'm certainly not stupid. $100 over here is a lot of money. And if you can afford to do that, then go ahead and do it. And that's the problem, Jeff. This is why people end up broke, and then they have to come on people's YouTube channels and get a trip home, because it's all about self-preservation. Yeah, it's in CDO. Yeah. Well, it was people long before Bud Brown. It was people long before Bud Brown. Bud Brown's a good guy, but it's people long before him. Look up a guy called Mindanao Bob. You're talking about 20 some odd years ago. And he came to the Philippines when he was young. He realized a long time ago, this is what made me start following him. When he started talking about, he knew at 20 years old that he didn't want the 30-year mortgage. And he didn't want the marriage and all of that was waiting over in America. And he came over here to the Philippines. Imagine that at 20 years old, knowing I don't want that 30-year death sentence. Really what it is. See, because my channel, people don't understand every video I make, they want to debate me and argue with me. They don't understand the purpose of my videos is to show you that you have some options, that you can get out of that matrix. It's not to debate you on everything that I say. Hell, I got an opinion. Give me that. The video I made yesterday, everybody's jumping on me and talking, the Filipinos didn't invent this and they didn't. I never said that. I'm introducing the new man and woman to life as it is over here. But that went over y'all's head because all y'all doing is worrying about what I'm saying so you can hurry up and get in there and start debating me and arguing with me and showing me that you're smarter than me. My channel's for the new man and woman, really, not you old heads and hard ankles. Okay? It's showing people, hey, when you get over here, you're going to see these sachets. You're going to get on that series bus, and you're going to wonder to yourself, why is it stopping and letting these guys in these yellow shirts on every so many miles? Okay? You're going to see all of that. They were talking about the immigration as if that's not genius. Well, you name me another immigration policy that's as liberal as the Philippines. I'll wait. I'll sit here and wait. Okay, and they put all these different little things in it that's going to generate the money. The guy says, oh, yeah, it might generate money, but it's not genius. What's stupid? Why isn't it genius if it's generating money? Billions of pesos every year. That little express lane fee. And he said that's not genius. Well, who do you think put that in there? That was a genius move. But they worried about, they didn't invent the sachet. The Gcash is not the invention of the Philippines. Oh, man, you guys, y'all never learn. Moments with Mitch said Calvin is trying to explain that giving him 100 pesos, it's like $100 to them. But you all don't want to listen. You'd rather be interviewed as a victim. Yeah, it is. It's like giving somebody $100. If you don't believe me, why do you think when you get out of the tricycle, we do it all the time, and you give the man $100, look at the expression, 100 pesos. Look at the expression on his face when he's only expecting 20 or 10. You see what I'm saying? So when you go to a restaurant where they're not even expecting you to tip them, Okay, not even expecting it. And then you give them 150 pesos, man, they eyes light up because that's a lot of money. But we start going in our smart ass heads with this damn uh, calculator that we got that makes us so damn brilliant. Oh, that's only $2 and something. No, it's 150 pesos. Okay. And it's going to make their day. It can make all the difference in the world in how they get to work the next day or their lunch. Okay. Because remember, they get paid on the 5th and the 20th. Okay. A lot of them, if it's not late. Now, their money's basically gone the same day they get it, basically. Okay. But they've already, budgeted it out for transportation, food, stuff like that. So you show up and give them 150, man, it's a lot of money. Will Woodard said, "Hey Cal, I really enjoy your videos. I've learned more watching your videos for 3 months about living in the Philippines than I learned while living in the Philippines for 10 years. Oh man, thank you, brother. I'm really just sharing my life, but people take it the wrong way. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing, Will. That's really all. I'm not some expert. I know it all about the Philippines. It's just that when I start watching YouTube on the Philippines, I was over here and I'm like, well, damn, I'm watching, this isn't the Philippines that I'm living. Even a Filipino can watch it and be like, well, this isn't my home country. Everything's too sugary. I mean, you can tell the 360 without being disrespectful. It gets a lot nittier and a lot grittier over here than what I'm tell. It's not my job to get all in the mud. Okay, but I can say enough to open your eyes and say, hey, this is still my number one choice, but here's the pros and the cons, basically, is all I'm doing, And see, Jack, he's smart. This guy's very smart. And I mean, literally. He says, as long as you think in dollars in the Philippines, you're going to have problems. You really need to think in pesos and understand wages here. And it takes a while to do that. But he's exactly right. And this is what used to trip me up year after year after year. I'd go home and I'm like, well, I thought it was supposed to be so cheap in the Philippines. Why am I spending so much money over here? Because I was thinking in terms of dollars. I wasn't thinking in terms of pesos. Man, I would give somebody a 500 peso tip in a minute over here because in my stupid ass mind, it's only $9 and something. Not realizing that 500 pesos to some people is a whole week's pay. But I couldn't figure that out. It took me a long, long time to figure that out. But that's without somebody telling me. Somebody sitting here behind the camera telling you, and you're still doing it. So, I mean, I don't have any sympathy for you. I mean, I was giving, man, I'm going to tell you, my first girlfriend, my son's mother, she'd get mad at me, and I was wonder why. She's like, you're giving away too much money. And to my thinking, it's like, it's nothing. It's only $10. When I first went to the province to visit her family, they live way up in the mountains. Y'all seen me go up there. We're building the houses and stuff up there. Okay, I couldn't carry the groceries. I was out of breath. So the little boy took the 2 bags of groceries. He ran up there. And before we could even get halfway up, he's coming down. I gave him 500 pesos. Man, you would have thought that I gave him $500. But it was the same damn thing, but I didn't know. But the sooner you learn that, the better. They don't take dollars over here. They only accept pesos wherever you go. And it takes a while, man, especially when you don't have anybody telling it to you. But if you got somebody telling it to you, at least you got a starting point. You can say, okay, Calvin said $1 to $1 when I'm giving my woman money, when I'm giving her family money, when I'm giving tips, when I'm giving gifts. It's easy for you to figure it out. It's going to save you a ton of money. Guy said throw around $100 like it ain't nothing. That's a whole month's salary over here. To you, it's only 100. To them, that's a month's salary. Absolutely, this is true. He said some girls get more allowance and expats get retirement. They live like a king. They're getting a lot more than $500 because you figure the young lady who had the Japanese fiance and the American fiance. She was getting 70,000 pesos per month just for being their girlfriend. He wasn't here and the other guy wasn't here from Japan. She just basically, doing peekaboo online, telling them how handsome they are and how happy she is with them, and they're the best thing since sliced bread for 70,000 per month, more than a doctor out of medical school over here is earning. Bad boy said, Cal, you're living a life and that's good. You speak 100% bang on it, man, a good man. Well, thank you. But it's just facts of the way I'm living over here. And I went through the ringer to get to where I am today, and I still come up short because my heart is still the same heart. When I see people struggling, I still want to do too much for them. Imagine a situation over there where we rebuilt the woman's house. I won't say no names, but imagine that. And then you show up one day and they say, well, you're using me for views and clicks. Really? At that time I had like 10,000 subscribers. Now she said views and subscribers. I said, ma'am, I already got 10,000 viewers and subscribers, far more than I ever dreamed of having. But it broke me in two, man. It broke my heart, man. I couldn't believe it, but I was naive to what goes on over here. See, I knew, I know a little bit about the peculiar mental twist. This lady had forgot about the suffering of just a little short while ago. Lady, you were sleeping outside. Your daughter was at the gates of death. It was so bad, Merlin started crying. Man. And she's from the Philippines. That's how bad it was. We took her some groceries. So I said, well, I'm going to do more than this. And I took it upon myself to do more, and it blew up in my face. And I said, I'm not going to do it again. But then I seen Rick and his wife and their two kids sleeping under a tree over there in Center Mall. I did the same thing, same result. So I see the lady with cancer. After Rick them, I'm not going to do it anymore. I see the lady with cancer. I do it to her, and I'll be damned if she didn't start using my subscribers, getting money, not realizing that her boyfriend on the back end was on drugs. He's taking all the donations and all the money. See, I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. But I'm going to always err on the side of caution. It's hard to do, guys, when you get over here and you see things that you normally don't see. There's no safety nets over here is what I'm saying. We take that stuff for granted. Okay, I was showing Maryland this morning. One of my friends posted my nephew. He posted a book of food stamps. He said, if you've never seen this before, you grew up in the swipe era, right? I showed Maryland the food stamps. It was a $65 book of food stamps. She could not believe that the government over there, if you don't have a job and all that, they give you money and food stamps every month if you qualify. You got to go sign up for it. They can't believe that kind of stuff goes on in America. But we take it for granted. We take unemployment insurance for granted, disability for granted. We take all that stuff for granted. The COVID payments, pandemic payments, whatever it was, what they call that, they gave us that $1,400 or whatever it was. We take all that stuff for granted. But when you get over here, they don't have it. So you're going to see a poverty that's on a whole other level. And this is where you have to learn to control your emotions. Because Americans, we're very sympathetic, man, and that's our problem. It's one of the things Marilyn said. We're just too nice. We're too generous, and we trust the wrong people. We don't even know the people. Yeah, the stimulus check. I'm sorry, Harold. And this guy gave me some damn memory pills last night, but the damn things ain't working, dude. I'm just joking. Maybe it will after a while. It's only my second day taking them. I can't remember shit. He gave me some memory pills. He said, Cal, I paid $100. Man, get your $100 back. Shit ain't working. He said, when you get on that live stream, you're going to remember everything. Well, I can't remember shit today. I'm sorry. Rand Davis said, that's a shame how quick people forget what you do for them, especially when they can't pull themselves out of the situation. Yeah, and it's just not her. It happens all over the world. It happens with, I learned about that peculiar mental twist when I was going through treatment for drug addiction and alcoholism. You know, and that's why people relapse. You come into the detox, you're so messed up, you done burnt every bridge, you don't have any money. And then after 2 or 3 weeks, you eating every day, you know, you feel normal again. You forget about the condition you came into detox in. So you go out and you try it again. They call that the peculiar mental twist. And that's what happened with her, man. But it broke my heart because her daughter was this close to death. If we don't show up, if the spirit don't move us to take them those groceries over there, I'm going to tell you that little girl will be dead today. Okay? Because we went above and beyond. We went the extra mile. And then what happens? Okay, I was even paying her brother and her brother-in-law and the cousin. They all lived in that, if you could call it a house. It wasn't even a house. When you walked in, you look to the left, you're looking outside. Okay? It wasn't even a house. But we paid them to rebuild their own house. And then when the house is complete, we put the sorry store up there, gave thousands of pesos. Okay, through the whole construction, and then gave her 25,000 pesos out of my pocket payment, and then spent 30,000, almost 30,000 on her sorry store. And guess what she did? Put them out. She put all them out of the house, man. So yeah, you got to be careful, you know, and kind of get control of your emotions over here, because we can do too much. Get busy, Drizzy. Says, he got my passport, Cal, today. Coming to Cebu in August, man. Congratulations. How long did you have to wait for yours? Because people are saying there's a backup. Clint Dow said Prevagen really works for memory and sharpness. I want to see what's in this, because he said he paid $100 for them, and boy, he sure plugged it. He said, this is what Joe Rogan takes. And I can't remember shit today. I can't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. He said, just chalk it up to, oh, yeah, man, I did. Yeah. He said, LOS can't remember shit. Yeah, I got the same disease. Yeah, but, you know, but I know it takes a while. Yeah, they were living outside, guys. Literally. And I don't know. But I said I wasn't going to do it again. I turned around and did it again. And again and again. But I've gotten better, you know. So, you know, I said, well, I'm going to depend on the spin wheel. I'm going to let the universe choose the winner. Never been wrong to this day. Hey, Big D says, so happy to see 50,000 subscribers. Well done, friend. Thank you, man. Well, one of you guys has adopted her, I mean, because the woman, she was an attractive lady. Okay, but after we put on her feet and she started buying new clothes and gaining weight, she became real attractive. And one of y'all grabbed her. So now y'all sponsoring her. You can't tell her nothing. That's what happens to a lot of them. But I don't regret not one peso spent over that. But I don't regret one peso that we spent over there, guys. Okay? Because what happened was people over there, they were getting jealous. So what Marilyn said, she said, honey, why don't you buy we had to buy everybody back there a box of groceries. But the thing was, because they were wondering, why was I helping the little girl? And I'm like, couldn't y'all see the condition this family was in? But we ended up buying every family back there a box of groceries. Okay, you paid extra to get it. Okay. Like I said, people aren't going to listen, Cal. You're wasting your breath trying to convince people they're ignorant. I'm really not. Because somebody's going to listen. One person listen. I'm done my job. No tingo dinero. He said, Calvin is not Sanka. Because I can't blame them, because when they come over here, guys, it really is like I don't know what the word I want to, you do become enchanted when you come over here, though. Something does happen to you when you come this far away, and the people are just so nice, man. The weather, you see all these palm trees, coconut trees, and everything. You hear the roosters, you hear those horns blowing, and then, the beautiful young lady that you never seen, until you were, the last time you seen something like that, I mean, since you were that young, shows up at the airport with the little sack with everything in it. And, it's like something out of your dreams. I know something does happen to us. And no matter how much you preach to people, you can't break through that. It's something like you just got to learn on your own. But the reason I say it is because they can't say, well, these guys are on the YouTube. Why didn't y'all warn me of that? Oh, there's nothing compared to the drug problem in America. Hell, we can afford to buy that stuff. I mean, there's no. He said, how bad is the drug situation there? Man, it don't compare to America. I mean, unless you haven't been paying attention, that damn fentanyl is just killing people like crazy over there. I lost a brother and a nephew to that craziness over there. No, it's nothing compared, man. That's the matrix over there. And you won't understand it. I'm trying to get my thoughts together to tell you guys I've been out of the matrix. I mean, I haven't been home. A lot of the guys that talk about, I've been in the Philippines this amount of years, they've been home. I haven't been back to the matrix since December the 5th, 2018. And you don't really realize how crazy it is over there until you're on the outside looking in. I love America, but that don't mean it's not crazy. That's the real matrix over there. It's a lot of stuff going on over there that don't go on anywhere else, guys. Let me put that in your head. Just because it's going on over there don't mean it's going on over here. That's crazy where y'all are. And the sooner you can get out of there, man, the better. Even if you can just come out here to just get a little break from that, you're going to go back refreshed, ready to fight again. See? Because, man, when I look at it now, I'm like, wow. Crazy over there. Man, it's raining like cats and dogs down here. Let's see. Military Dog said, what you tip when you go out? What's your knowledge on the matter? I just said it. Okay. I usually give like 100 peso tip. Even though they're not expecting it, Military Dog. That's like, giving $100 to a waitress in America. It's the same way. Or you can give 10%. I think that's what, okay, if you go to a nice restaurant here, or one that's, like a international brand like TGI Fridays, the Pancake House, they put like either 8% or 10% service fee in there. So if you check your ticket, your bill, and you don't see it on there, just put 8 to 10% in there. So if your bill's $1,500, leave $150. Even though, they're not expecting it. Chris McDonald says when a person gives, it's not just helping them, it's good for the soul. I know Calvin agrees that if you see where you can help, then help. Yeah. And that's not my invention. And I'm glad you brought this up, Chris. I didn't create that. I'm not some genius, but I live by it because it helped me. When I started my road of recovery, guys, I had burned every bridge. Strangers came out of the woodwork to help me. These weren't my friends and family. They weren't convinced. They said, you said that before. So it was friends and these were strangers, not friends and family, who helped me. I mean, they gave me underwear, socks, but most of all, they gave me unconditional love. They gave me hope. So then I was like, well, what do I have to do to pay you back? They said, do it for somebody else. And it all started clicking. And I've been doing it ever since, man. I've been doing it over 25 years. Yeah, but like I said, I don't regret 1 peso we spent over there because I believe in the laws of the universe. Okay, I don't believe the stories. I don't think there's some white man with a beard in the clouds looking down on me, but I do believe in the laws of the universe. And I believe that my vibration, me and Merlin's vibration was on the same level that day because she led me over there to that family. Because this was before the spin wheel. There was no spin wheel. I was just using Merlin, as a reference point and saying, hey, who do you think needs the groceries this week? And she said, yeah. And she pointed me over there. So yeah, I don't regret 1 peso we spent over there. Because it was over there that I met Gail. Remember Gail? Now Gail was the real deal. Gail wasn't full of shit. Her father was full of shit. See? We did everything. We did everything right. We found this sucker. Okay? And he didn't want to step up and do what he was supposed to do. He's got a brilliant daughter. I'm going on record. Gail is brilliant. Imagine, being a black woman, growing up as a black woman. She looks like a sister over here in the Philippines. Different from everybody else. Mother wasn't there. Father wasn't there. Graduated from college. Used to enter beauty contests and win them, as a matter of fact, to help with her projects in school and everything like that. And still making away from herself over here. Got a little food stand. And this cocksucker won't even acknowledge the girl. She don't want nothing from him. Only for him to acknowledge her. So I would have never met Gail. Beautiful young lady. And the story's not over with Gail. Gail's eventually going to do something spectacular. You watch what I tell you. Roger Lee said, yeah, newbies come over there and get culture shock. Yeah, we all do, man. We all do. Because total different culture over here. And we think that we can marry these women and we're not going to have any problems with them. Man, you come from the Matrix, dude. You infected. with something over there. And when we come, we just spread it wherever we go. So when we come over here, that's why I tell guys, don't deal with women that's dealing with somebody from the Matrix. Well, they push back at me. Man, we infect everything we touch until you can get that Matrix out of your system. But a lot of the people over here, man, they're really innocent, man, till they come in contact with us. I love the child said the American drug problem is the worst it's ever been. So that means it's the worst on the planet. To be honest, yeah, it is. Hey, thank you, the average man, for that super stick. I really appreciate it. Yeah, he says, I never take y'all's help for granted. Derek Casanova says we should find a way to help Gail in a special way. I'd be all for that, man, but Gail's smart enough where she could handle it herself. I mean, yeah, I would sleep good at night knowing we really did something for Gail, because see, I'm thinking about, I'm saving up some money right now because we got a little plot of land over in Toledo that we bought from her sister. It's only like an 80 square meter lot, but I'm thinking about spending like 250 to 300,000 pesos to have like a house built on there. And I was going to spin that wheel and give somebody a house and lot. I'm thinking about it. I gave I presented it to Marilyn to let her, let it marinate in her head to see if that's a good idea. Because I'm really talking about changing lives over here. One person at a time. I wouldn't care what they did with it, but I know if I use that spin wheel, the right person is going to get it. But I'm really thinking about doing that. Yeah, we're contaminated, man. It's just all about being honest. I love America. It's my country, but, the truth is the truth, man. The world's not the same as it is. The whole world's not the same as it is over in America. And I think we're such a small part of the population, and somebody's convinced us that the rest of the world is like it is over there. It's not, man. We're really messed up. We come from a place where the government does everything for you. Does everything for you, man. Gregory Doro says, we need to give Cal a like for this good information, man. Thank you, bro. Likes are free, man. They are. They're free. Mr. Squaresoft says, how you feel about the passport spinsters? Well, I think they all have a purpose, man. Because really, I don't care if you got a guy up here giving 100% facts. You hear the people saying nobody's listening. But if they can get somebody over here just to open up their own eyes, then I say they're doing a good thing. But as far as all the sugary stuff, man, it's just hard to really. I'm not one of them to criticize what a YouTuber's trying to do, because it's hard, really. It's really hard. We make it look easy, and what they're trying to do for the bad always serves some good anyway. And after a while, people are going to start showing up over these places, and they're going to start calling them on their bullshit, really. Like, you said it was this, you said it was that. And it's not. No Chingo Dinero says, my Filipino girlfriend asked me for $500 to help her pay a bill. I told her, no Chingo Dinero, me or more. That's a lot of money over here. I don't know if the average Filipino would have that type of bill. But that's one of the scams they'll use. They'll give you the doctor bill. They'll show you the doctor bill, but it's not how it works over here. If you go into the hospital, you can't get out of that hospital without paying. There's no bill that they give you. I'm telling you now, my son was in the hospital for 18 days. His mother was in there for 7. Five. And there was no bill that they gave me to go out and, the bill was down at that front desk when it was time for me to take them home. It was 300 and something thousand pesos. Jim West says, I like what he said. We came from the matrix. We infected. You got to work that matrix way of thinking out. Your heads will be free of it. It may take a while, but it's doable. It is doable, man. I've done it. And that's why when I do go back, I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to stay long enough to see my kids, see my grandchildren, holler at a couple of my friends, maybe go to a few meetings. And I'm out of there, man, because I'm free now. And I don't want to get contaminated again, man. We got it bad over there, and we got it good. But everybody knows, and you see it. It's not just, I'm not just up here yapping. Y'all see what's going on in Dumageddon and different things. We're contaminated. Something's wrong with us, man. I just said ugly Americans. And people was like, oh, it's more than America. No, it's not. Man, you come from that matrix over there. You're infected, man. Something's wrong with you. You don't see the world as it really is. And that's the problem. That's why they call it the matrix. It's not how it is over there. Kamal says, I remember that fool. Gail's determined. But Gail, I would love for one of my American daughters to be on the level Gail is, as far as her thinking and her her determination and, E. Parker said, Gail would know how to maintain that place, Calvin, especially if she's self-reliant now. Yeah, it's just something that I put out there in the universe. I'm going to see what happens, but I really want to change somebody's life before it's all over, all said and done. Mr. X said, America is in the center of the universe, but try telling us that. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're exactly right. Yeah. Soaking wet in the pool of simple logic. But he's right. We think we are the center of the universe. It's like sometimes you feel like, what was it, Galileo? Who was it that told the Catholic Church, well, really trying to tell the world at that time that the universe, that the planets revolved around the sun, not the earth. And hell, he was threatened with his life for putting that information out like that. Sometimes, you feel like that when you tell people when you talk out against America, man, boy, they label you, boy. You put your life on the line for telling the truth and saying stuff like that. Like it's not the greatest country in the world. Hey, Darren Ross, thanks for that super chat. He says, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got to have it, man. He said, you come back, Cal, you're going to get recontaminated. You better not stay long, man. I'm not. But I've changed, man. But Khaled Wheel says the crack epidemic was way worse. Well, I'm going to put it like this. It was way more reported. It was way more documented, but Khaled Wheel. I think this is what you're missing out on. And I think it was because of who was being affected or who they thought was being affected. Read a book. It's called The New Jim Crow. You'll see who was really smoking the crack, man. But it was more reported, more documented. That's why you're going to say it was way more worse. No, people weren't dying from crack. Not like they dying on that fentanyl and that opioids and all that, man. You need to do some more research, dude. You got some wrong information. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Yeah, they made it look way worse because of the way they presented it and put it out there in our face. But let the facts be what they are. Wasn't nobody out there dying from crack. Hell, they didn't give us a chance to die. They was locking every damn body up. They criminalized crack use, but now they want you to sympathize with the opioids and the fentanyl users. Bullshit. They're dying, man. I lost a brother and a nephew. I never lost anybody to crack. They lost their damn mind. Chris McDonald said Galileo spent the last 9 years under house arrest. Yeah, see, and that's what they doing to certain people over there. If you start really kicking real knowledge, like, man, you get, that's why the passport bros and different people that are saying, hey, get out here and see what's out here, man. They coming under a lot of scrutiny that you shouldn't normally give somebody who wants to go on vacation or something. These guys have really been put under the microscope. Okay, remember now, only less than 5% of Americans ever travel overseas. Look that up. That's a fact. There's a reason for that. But there's a reason, man, for that. There's a reason for the thinking that we have. Sippy Boy 84 says, well, I'll be able to buy an unlocked phone at the Moncton Airport. Yeah, but it's probably going to cost you more than if you just wait until you get to the mall or go to the market. Everything costs more at the airport, guys. Y'all know that. Even pesos cost more. Everything costs more at the airport. Just remember that. So if the woman meets you at the airport, you're going to pay more. Chris McDonald says, until he died and the Pope made him recant his statement that the earth revolves around the sun. Yeah. So you start kicking knowledge like that, man, and people are going to label you as, it's crazy. He's unpatriotic. They're going to paint you some kind of way. They're doing it over there. Some of the things people are getting sent to prison for in America, it should be a shame. Really. Link 1111, he says, question, Cal, being that some say the pool of dating is shrinking, just how long would you say for the rest of us that's not there yet will miss out due to many getting ran through by careless guys? Well, see, I'm here to tell you that the dating pool is robust. It's not shrinking. We're chasing the same women. There's no way with millions of women over here that are available and who are searching that you should come over here and deal with a woman that's already dealt with a foreigner already. But that's what we're doing. And it's come down to don't ask, don't tell. You're coming over here thinking that you got some fresh, foxy woman, and she's not. She's somebody stale leftovers because you're not asking her, and she's not telling you that, yeah, I was just with a foreigner last week or last night, really, in some cases, because we're still on the planet Earth, guys. It's easy to see what we're doing over there. We put it all out here on the internet, so they figured it out. These guys, they're lonely, they're desperate, they're thirsty, and they want sex. All I got to do is comply with that, and I can get everything they got. Okay? They see how easy it is for them to get. See, it used to be we thought they were easy, but now they think we're easy. So they said, okay, you went on, I went on the dating site and met you. I can just go back on the dating site and meet somebody else who may treat me better, who may have more money than you. All I got to do is just keep the secret to myself. And that's what they're doing. He said, Cal, he said, get a hazmat suit before you come over back to the States and get sanitized on the way out. Yeah, y'all think I'm joking, man. It's a mindset, man, that we're contaminated with. I've thrown it off. I'm over here now. I've assimilated into the Philippine society. That's why most of the people I get into it with, 100% of them, they're from America. They're not from over here in the Philippines, man. The Filipinos don't think the way we do. You can say anything, and people from America, they're going to jump on you. We love to argue. We love to debate. We're sick, man, but we don't want to admit it. We're in denial. So what they tell you in recovery, that's the first thing, that's the first step. Is to admit that it's to surrender, to admit you got a problem. He says Coolio died from fentanyl. But people, Bacala Will, he's just saying what's been put out there. This is part of the matrix. They got us believing stuff that's not even real over there. Because they say, well, if we put it on the news enough, then it's the truth. They know how to turn a lie into the truth better than anybody else. Hell, some guy the other day was saying, when I told him, when I did my video about AIDS, I said, hell, I've been fighting injustice my whole life. He said, well, who's been treating you bad, Cal? See, that's the matrix thinking. We don't know the truth from the false. We don't know the truth from the false anymore. Brian Davis said, preach, Cal, you tell the truth on that when the crap epidemic was way more publicized. It was. That's all it was. So you got people thinking that, oh, it was worse. No, it's not worse. Shalawan at Sunshine Shows. How you doing, Cal? I'm doing good. We got about 10 more minutes. We'll get off here, man. He said, yeah, that's why I asked. Yeah, you're right about this. You're right about this. As far as the safety net is concerned, yeah. But you got to understand when you talk about corruption in the Philippines, who they learned it from. They learned it from Americans, man. You don't think the United States government is corrupt? Come on, man. But I'm not going to argue about that stuff. That's the matrix in you, dude. You're in denial. The United States is not the greatest country in the world. It might be the richest, certainly has the most powerful military on the planet. But they're not some saints. They're not favored by God and all that stuff, man. It's all in your head over there. And remember what they say, be careful of a government that can give you everything because they can certainly take everything from you. So don't forget that one. And you're right. I'm so thankful that I can see my tax dollars at work. And that's the big difference. The Philippines just doesn't have the tax base that the United States has. When's the last time you checked your check stub? They taking 40% out of your damn pay. And we don't even care about that. It's no big deal to us. You're not going to talk back against that. They taking almost half your pay. I don't care who you are. And then at the end of the year, if you earn under what, 5,000 or something now, they give it all back or something. Well, hell, how can you make it through the whole year if you're just earning under 5,000? Bryce Wetzel says, hey, Cal, I've been here for a year and married to a wonderful Philippine woman and building a house and bought land. I don't miss the U.S. retired Air Force. Yeah, the thing about it is the United States isn't going anywhere. You can always go back and visit if you want to. It's a part of the earth. I'm a citizen of the earth, man. The earth belongs to us all, guys. And if you don't think so, that's part of the matrix teaching. They put all these labels and all these boundaries. They cut everything up. You really can't own land. I'm going to be the first to tell you that. You can no more own land than you can own the wind. So if somebody's out here trying to sell you some damn wind, you ought to rethink that. But remember, they'll tell a lie so long as it becomes the truth. Now they got people out here selling land. Well, who died and left you in control of that land? And it sounds crazy when you say stuff like that. It's no different than you out there trying to buy them. Somebody sell you them clouds. They tell you they got clouds for sale. But that's the type of thinking that's infected us. that if you don't make it in America, that if you're not in America, it doesn't count. So if I'm playing basketball and they're paying me millions of dollars a year over in Europe, oh, it's no big deal because you're not in the NBA. See, that's the matrix. See, y'all, if you're not in Hollywood, because we do it better than everybody else. Doesn't matter that they got cricket players that make 10 times the amount of money that some of these NBA players make. Soccer players, they're bigger stars around the world than these NBA guys. But because it's American made, it's the best. Okay? So that's the matrix thinking. And once you get outside the matrix, you're going to see the stars everywhere. Hell, you're a star. Believe it or not. He says, I can get a one-way for $800, but if I go all the way to Houston, I can get one for a round trip. What are you talking about? He said, follow-up question. My point is for those who the same color as us being completely abusive to the Filipino could very well paint a dangerous image of black men by pissing all over our enemies. Any concern? No, because black men are not completely being abusive. Man, who is this saying stuff like that? Where are you getting your information from? First of all, Filipinos aren't going to let you disrespect them and abuse them. I don't care what color you are. Okay, the men who show up over here were outliers. We're, for the most part, extraordinary men, believe it or not, no matter what they tell you over there. People who show up over here, I'm talking about almost 100% that been at my house. Even that weird guy that came over there had a damn good job, These extraordinary individuals, they're not misusing and abusing anybody over here. I mean, luckily, Filipinos are born here instead of over there. They're going to take you they're going to judge you by your character. I mean, I don't care what color you are. I mean, the internet, you just said that the internet has opened up everything to the world. They see that now it doesn't matter what color you are. You can have money, you can be powerful, and you can also be funky and broke, no matter what color you are. But to single out black men, no, that's not true. I made the video because I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I said a disproportionate number of black men are being taken advantage over here. Meaning we're really taking advantage of ourselves. We're the one, not the woman. We're the ones dishing out a whole lot more money than we should be doing. We're overcompensating for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe because of what the Matrix been telling you all this time, that you're less than. Remember, they'll tell a lie long enough to you think it's the truth. What's he saying? He's got a channel now. Geechee Land Music has a channel. He said, America has proven to be hard out here for a simp, or rather, who would be called a simp, which is viewed as a nice guy in other societies. I have a problem with motherfucking Pookie and Ray Ray coming out there. Well, what makes you think Pookie and Ray Ray can even afford to come out here? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, he said, the Matrix is crazy. People on food stamps voting for people cutting food stamps. Yeah, it's all kind of stuff, man. He said, I'll give you 3 days here and you will be pining to get back on that plane to the Philippines. I got to go. Yeah. It might not even be that long, man. Yeah, it's the truth, man. All you got to do is history matters, guys, before I get off here. I say it all the time, history matters. Go back and look at history. What we're calling the Philippines wasn't even named the Philippines before. And America, and look at Iran and Iraq. The British did all of that. And, even before that, Kuwait and all of that. They the one drew up all these boundaries and stuff. And, I'm an American, so I'm in America, so I'm an American. Now you're a human being. Because they use the toilet the same way over here as we do. Don't be shocked when you come over here and you see them using the toilet the same way we do. Hey, Jarvis, what's up, buddy? He says it's a deliberately designed illusion that's constantly replicated in school, church, and the media. You have to travel outside the U.S. to experience actual liberation. And that's what happened to me. I just couldn't get it together, man. I could never get over the hump. I could never get ahead and stay ahead over there. Maybe a year or two, and then here comes inflation. Here comes everything catch up to you. You're spinning on that damn hamster wheel. It's a death trap, man. But when you tell people that, they push back on you. Oh, you're unpatriotic. You're anti-American. No, I'm not, man. I'm trying to live today. It took me all those years to learn now what I only got a few years to enjoy. And I don't care what you're saying, man. I know it's to be the truth. I'm as free now as I've ever been. Nobody's ever called me the N-word over here. Police don't follow me around like I'm the damn enemy over here. If they do, they trying to track me down for my damn autograph. Hey, let me take a picture with you. You know, it's just a whole different world outside of the United States. You can even go to some of those places in Europe. Hey, buddy, yeah, I'm ready to get out here, man. I want to thank y'all for all your super chats, super stickers, thumbs up, for these good conversations, man, because it's really your live stream. I just really be reacting to what you're saying over here. Mr. X says we overtip and overcompensate for the same reason they propagate lies about us. Yeah, it's true, guys. If we get a hold of our emotions, you can win over here. Tim West said, who wants to buy a cloud? I'll give you a 1% discount, a nice payment plan for the next 10 years. You know, I was listening to some people talking about that. I believe it was Dave Chappelle. He was saying the reason the natives sold Manhattan so cheap to the pilgrims because they thought it was a joke. They knew that you couldn't buy land. In their estimation, they're like, you can't buy land. You know, it's not ours to sell. But the Matrix, man, the people over there who are in charge of the world, they say, yeah, this world belongs to us and we can sell land. This is the crazy thinking, man, that we've been mixed up in our whole lives. So if you think you can buy land, what else? Then now they'll tell you that we can own people too. But y'all, that's too deep for y'all, man. I ain't going to go there with that. So we start thinking the same way. So we come over here, my Filipina. We start thinking we own women over here and we own people over here, man. Y'all need to leave that thinking over here, man, because they sitting back thinking like, yeah, we got these fools. We know you might earn more money than us, but we got more common sense. We're more in touch with nature than you. I know what you want, but you don't know what I want. I know everything about you. You don't know nothing about me, and you're not even interested. So, yeah, they're driving the car, guys. They flipped the script, and it's going to take us 1,000 years to get control of the wheel again. The way we're going, they don't have a problem giving you what you want. That's a simple thing. Sex is as natural as breathing. They say, is that all you want? Okay, here. How you want it? You want it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way to Sunday. Twice on Sunday, we'll give it to you twice on Sunday. Just sign over the visa, sign over your pension, and give me a life that I never even knew existed. I can't even dream about 20 million pesos. You would have to hit the lottery over here to get that. Not anymore. They know how to get that. They know how to go straight to the source now because you don't know anything about the peso over here. You over here calculating stuff up in dollars. They say, yeah, we got him. Yeah, because he thinks 10,000 pesos isn't a lot of money. They're like that. Come on over here. You know, 20,000. Oh, that's only $368, Cal. I make that every day over here. Okay, come on. We'll take that. So now you're sending the lady $20,000 a week. But yeah, thank y'all really for everything. I've got to play the theme song since it's on my phone. That audio version of the setup 1, 2, and 3, I'll be done with that today. And then I'll put it on my community page with my email. If anybody's interested, you email me if you want to support that. But if you like to read like me, go on Amazon right now. The link in this, in all my videos, the setup 1, 2, and 3 is complete. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you don't think it's a matrix going on over there, when I left the matrix, my creativity level went sky high, man. That's all I can tell you. Wait. I'm doing things now that I never even really had time to do over there. Never even thought about doing it. Because you got everybody and their mama telling you you can't do something over there. Just because they never done it. Nobody in my family ever wrote a book before. Nobody in our family ever became a millionaire before. What makes you think you can do it? That's the matrix.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, Robert, yeah, we are the damn underdog now over here. But yeah, guys, take care. Help somebody today if you haven't already.